How hard do you really need to train to get the fat loss results that you want? Do you need to kill yourself in the gym? Should you just take it easy? What's the answer? So I would say that the majority of beginners do make the mistake of either going way too hard or not hard enough. So you really want to find a good balance between the two. You don't need to kill yourself in the gym or exercising in order to get the fat loss results that you want. And so, what's the level of intensity that you need to go at? And so I'm assuming the people who are going to be watching this video, or who I'm targeting, that you're going to be a beginner. And so my advice to beginners is, if you don't do any exercise or you barely do any exercise, is that you want to probably start at roughly a level of 5 out of 10 difficulty level. The reason is because your body is not adapted to exercise really at all. And so even a 5 out of 10 difficulty level is going to be enough of a stimulus for you to start. And really your first, 1 to 2 to 3 weeks is really just getting your body used to it. So, if you go too hard, you're going to be really, really sore. You could even be sore for a week, or maybe even a week and a half. So, and it could cause you injuries. So it's really important to just, definitely don't go a 10 out of 10. If a personal trainer or someone tries to get you at a 10 out of 10, or even like a 9 out of 10, they're not the right personal trainer. They don't know what they're doing. You could cause yourself injuries. You're going to be sore for ages, and not only that, is just you're not going to want to go back to the gym because you're going to just associate pain to the gym, or exercise or whatever. So you want to make sure that you go in at about a 5 out of 10, and even then you're probably going to be a little bit sore because you've never exercised before, and so this is massively increasing the amount of work that you normally do. It's go at a 5 out of 10, and then basically if you've got a good PT, or if you're just doing it on your own, what they'll get you to do, or what you'll get yourself to do, is to gradually increase the intensity. And the way you do that is, so you might start off at, for example, for squats, you might start off at three sets of 10 repetitions for your first week. Maybe it's 3 sets of 5. It's really what is going to get you to a 5 out of 10 difficulty level, right? I'm just using this as an example. So let's use the example of 3 sets of 10. You do 3 sets of 10, then next week you're going to do 3 sets of 11, or you're going to maybe add a weight to it. So if you were starting off with body weight squats, now you're going to add 1 kilo. And 1 kilo sounds like nothing, but if you do that every single week, eventually that'll be 10 kilos, 20 kilos, 30 kilos, 40 kilos, whatever. So, whatever you get yourself to. So don't underestimate the power of increasing repetitions or weights over time. When I first started doing deadlifts, when I got into the gym, I was, lifting, and I've always been fit, so I started at probably a heavier weight than the majority of people are going to start at, but I started at about 80 kilos, and eventually, just by adding 1.25 kilos on either side of the bar, eventually I was remaining in deadlifting 160 kilos for 4 sets of 6 repetitions. So, and that's just by adding 1.25 kilos every week. You just be really patient about it. And yeah, so that's kind of how you do it. And you really, even when you get to an advanced level or even an intermediate level, you really only want to be pushing yourself to about an 8 to 9 out of 10. So the goal would be in the range as a beginner, a 7 to 9 out of 10. And then eventually you probably want to be sitting at an 8 to 9 out of 10 for the majority of people. For all people. And the reason I say that is because the research has shown on meta-analyses, which is basically a study of all studies that have been done, that for muscle growth, that basically you don't get better results by training to a 10 out of 10, or what in bodybuilding you'd call failure, you actually get worse results. And the reason is because your body doesn't have long enough to recover to train each muscle group enough in order to make the progress that you want to make. Because I'm not going to go into details too much, but it's to do with the amount of volume that you can get done within a week, and to do with your recovery. So not only that, but who wants to train to failure? Not many people want to do that. Only, hardcore bodybuilders generally want to do that. The general population who I'm talking to, you just want to go to the gym to be healthy, to be fit, to be able to do things, to be able to be physically capable of doing things and have energy. So it's just absolutely not necessary, especially for the people that I'm talking to be training to failure. And just for if someone who bodybuilds, go check out the studies on training to failure. You're going to get worse results by training to failure due to the level of recovery. I think it actually takes your level of recovery from 48 hours to about 72 hours or something like that. And so you're unable to push the amount of volume you're doing. But anyway, let's skip back to the beginners. So yeah, that's my recommendation. Start at a 5 out of 10, work your way up to an 8 to 9 out of 10. And then, like I said, you should be sitting in that zone of 8 to 9 or 10 out of difficulty level. But here's the good news, that 8 to 9 out of 10 difficulty level is you're not really going to get sore from it anymore, because your body's just going to adapt. So the good news is that you get to train hard, get the dopamine hit, get the results, and you don't feel sore. I've been training for quite a while now, since I was consistently since I was in my roughly about 23, 24. Now I'm 30. And I barely ever get sore. In fact, the only time I get sore is if I've had too much time off at the gym, more than a week off at the gym. And that's very, very rare. So, the good news is that you get to enjoy your workouts. Some people would say I'm not training hard enough, but I'm getting progress, and that's what matters. So, and I'm not competitive bodybuilding, so it's just not necessary. So, yeah, that's my take on it. If you have any questions, let me know, and let me know if it helps. Thanks.